Hey guys, I found my error. So isn't this nice? I mean, just like you guys have your homework, I'm going to take mine, I'm going to use my red pen, and I'm going to mark my error. Do you know that 5 times 5 is not 10? It is actually 25. And so then when I have 25 plus 4, then 25 plus 4 would give me then 29. Now, when I add these together, I end up then with a different number, which is great because that other number will not. If you're given a problem like this, I'm going to give you one that I know that the value of A is going to be a whole number. So let's go back to where I was right here, where I had 4 plus. This is still going to be 20 because this 10 was correct. So 10 times 2 is 20. But remember, this one instead of 14 was going to be 29. Whoops, I need to go plus 29. And that means I've had a number of 53. And 53 times a negative 4 is going to give me then 212. So then I'm going to keep using my red pen. So I minus 212A is equal to negative 636. So I'm going to go 636 divided by 212, and A is going to be equal to 3. Now, in this case, boy, I think I would get maybe a minus. What do you think? 2 or 3 off of the point? Maybe just a 1 because I had one little error. I don't know. You guys can let me know. But if you put this into your homework as 3, which is the value of A, okay, times x minus 6, and then you have this factored form correct, and where it's x squared plus 10x plus 29. If you put that one as your answer in your homework, it will work. And so, but it will not work if you multiply 5 times 5 and you get 10. Okay, I'm just saying, but I messed up. So hopefully you guys can go from there. Now, the last little bit of our lesson is going to be the Descartes. And Descartes also was like, can you imagine just sitting there going, I've got to have a way to reduce these because they didn't have this Desmos that we do. So Descartes found another rule to kind of help eliminate our positive, to find out how many positive real zeros there would be and how many negative real zeros there would be. So what he did is he looked and he said, look at your function f of x. And then just write the powers that are in front of it. So if I have a negative 2x to the third, I'm going to do a negative. Then I go positive x squared, so I'm going to go plus. Then I'm going to go minus for this negative x, and I'm going to go plus for the positive 7. And he said, count the number of changes that you have. So in this case, I have one change. I'm going to put a star. I have another change, and then I have a third change. So I have 3 different changes. That means I could have possibly a 3 possible rational positive zeros, but I could also go down. You have to, each time you have to go minus 2. So even if it were, say you had 2 changes, you would still go minus 2. And so until you get to a negative number. So I'm going to go minus 2. And so that means I could have just one positive, this is positive 0. And remember the next one, if I go minus 2 here, I'm going to get a negative 1. So I'm going to stop because I can't get a negative amount of roots. But then to find my negative, the number of negative zeros I might have, he stuck negative x into my equation. So in this time, I have to do a little bit of work. So I'm going to have negative 2 times negative x to the third minus a negative x, and then I go plus 7. And then I have to simplify. So a negative x to the third, still going to keep that negative, and I have a negative times 2, it makes it a positive. And then if I have a negative and a negative x, that makes it a positive. And so oops, I have an x squared in there. So x squared, if I had stick that in there, man, I'm having a Monday, guys. That's still going to be positive. And then this last third one will be positive, and the last one is positive. So in other words, if you look at the changes that I have in my signs, I have 0 changes. That means I have 0 negative roots. And so if you go over to Desmos, I went ahead and put this one in, but when I had my mistake, I do have one positive 0. But I know that if on that whole list of possible rational roots, I could eliminate all of my negatives, I wouldn't even have to try them because if on this one, I would know that there's not even a possibility. Okay, guys, it's a Monday. Whew, I'm hoping my Monday gets better, and I'll have to remember that 5 times 5 is not 10, it's 25. Have a good day.